In this lesson, we're going to look at how to properly round a number. Now, the first thing that you need to understand when you're going to round is what is the name of the position that you are rounding to. And so what I mean by that is, if we start here on the left-hand example and we look at the decimal place, the first number to the left is called the ones position. The second number is called the tens. The third is called the hundreds. And then we have the thousands, the 10,000s, the 100,000s, the millions, and so on. If we look over here to the right, once we start at the decimal place and start moving to the right, and we get into decimals or fractions, then the first digit is going to be called the tenths position, and it ends with a THS. The next will be the hundredths, the thousandths, the 10,000ths, and so on, moving to the right. So when you are asked to round, what you do first is you look at the digit immediately to the right of the position of where you're rounding to. And then you ask yourself, is it going to be less than 5 or greater than 5? And the reason why we do that in math is because our number system consists of 10 digits. Every one of our numbers can be composed by using a combination of these 10 digits. And so half of them we want to round down. And so that's why if we have a number less than 5, that these numbers will round down. And if we have a number that is 5 or higher, we will round up. So let's take a look at my first example here. We want to round 2.34 to the nearest whole number. So the whole number is another way of saying the ones position. So I'm looking at this first digit of 2. So I now know that my final answer is going to be a 2 or a 3. In order to figure that out, I'm going to look at the number to the right of that, which is that 3. That 3 is less than 5, and so therefore I'm not going to round the 2 up, and so my final answer will be 2. Looking at another example, I want to round 13.58 to the nearest 10th position. So the 10th position is that first decimal place, and so I know that my answer is going to be either 13.5 or am I going to round up to a 13.6. In order to do that, I'm going to take a look at the digit to the right, which is the 8. The 8 is larger than 5, therefore I'm going to round up, and my answer is the 13.6. Let's look at a few more examples here. We want to round 76 to the nearest 10. So the tens position is the 7 right here. So our answer will either be 70 or 80. And in order to figure that out, we look at the digit to the right, which is a 6. The 6 is larger than 5. Therefore, we're going to round that 7 up. And so that my final answer is 80. Looking at just 2 more, round 1,256 to the nearest 100. So my hundredths position is right here, the 2. So is it going to stay a 2 or is it going to round up to 1,300? In order to do that, I'm going to take a look at my digit to the right, which is a 5. It is a 5 or higher, so therefore we're going to round up, and so my answer is 1,300. Last example, round 7,652.941 to the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole, again, remember, is the units position. So my answer will either stay as 7,652 or it will round up to 7,653. So in order to do that, I look at the digit immediately to the right. That one is greater than 5. Therefore, I'm going to round up, and my answer is the 7,653.